Comunicação. O carrego é bem tranquilo, né? Com a Claymore. Que não dá. Que não dá pra inventar de ir com a... Com a Nikita, pô. Vou tentar matar o cara com a Nikita. Sigamos. Warehouse Norte. Armadilhas? Isso mesmo, armadilhas. Passamos. What's that? Lá vem o filho da mãe. Vamos ver se ele cai no alçapão. Caralho, ligeirinho, hein? Só vai e volta, filho da mãe. Metal Gear Rex. Onde é que tá esse maluco? Tá embaixo ou tá em cima? Acho que ele tá em cima, né? Que buraco é esse aqui, louco? Não. Água tóxica.
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong?
Snake sou eu.
Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear. But it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, no mechanics. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys. And besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course. But there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep. That describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
Is there somebody there? Who is that?
Caralho. Eles escutam quando eu ando nessas... Esse piso de lata aqui, porra. Sacanagem. Metal Gear Rex.
Snake, it's me again.
Snake, sou eu de novo.
How's it going?
Como é que tá?
Not
Nada
bad.
mal.
I just got past his 3rd security level.
Passei pelo
was a pretty
terceiro
careful guy.
nível de segurança.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
Você acha que pode quebrar
I've
isso
never met a
logo?
system I couldn't bust into.
Okay. Keep trying.
Ok, se mantenha. Mantenha-se tentando. Mantém tentando. Ô seu inútil. Porra, nem pra me dar uma stealth camouflage. Lembrando que pelo menos era assim no do PS1, né? Não sei se nesse aqui vai ser igual. Mas no do PS1, a stealth camouflage. Tu só ganhava se tu zerasse o jogo não resistindo à tortura, né? Aí ganha. Aí tu pode começar um novo jogo com a stealth camouflage do Otacon. Mas como eu resisti à tortura, eu vou ganhar a bandana da
Snake,
Meryl.
I did it.
You got past
Snake, eu
security?
consegui. Você conseguiu
Bingo.
o
Great.
password?
So what do you got?
Sim,
I
consegui.
accessed the confidential Metal
Eu
Gear
acessei
file.
So what
o
about the PAL
arquivo
override
secreto do
system
Metal
that
Gear.
Baker talked about?
Haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
Achei outra coisa.
What?
O que é?
The secret behind the new nuclear
O
weapon.
segredo por trás
Just
da
as I
nova
thought,
arma nuclear.
the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile.
Ela é
It
projetada para
doesn't
tirar
use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile.
arma nuclear
That way
como
it
se
can
fosse
get around all
projétil.
sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
É uma
You
arma
mean it won't show up on radar?
stealth. Não
Yeah.
é pega pelo
The
radar.
truth is,
Sim, a
they've been
verdade
working
é.
on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Estavam
Why
trabalhando
weren't they
desde os
able
anos
to
70
develop one
nos
up until
mísseis
now?
stealth.
Because of the missile's rocket propulsion system. It would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Because of that?
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This
Guerra
thing
do
could
Golfo.
mean the end of the world.
It's the
Essa arma
ultimate weapon.
significa o fim do
And from a
mundo.
political point of view,
Arma
it
nuclear
avoids the
stealth.
problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear
atira
inspections.
Como se
Colonel,
fosse
is this true?
armas nucleares,
Are you
como se fossem
listening?
projéteis.
I'm listening.
It would push back the signing of the START 3 treaty. If word gets out about this weapon, it'd cause a whole world of trouble.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You've changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean with VR experiments?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think that data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical
Presidente
disc
Baker me
with
deu
all of the
disco
test
óptico
data.
What?
com
Do you still have
dados
it?
do teste.
No. Ocelot took it from
Não,
me.
o Ocelot pegou de mim. Droga.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So, you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Merda.
It's the... It's the...
Caraca, esse bicho é ligado, hein?
It's the...
Porra, meu irmão. Pior que ele chegou a chamar o rádio, agora ferrou, né? Chato, hein, Otacon?
Snake.
Porra.
Did you find it?
No, I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
That's part of it. Arms Tech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That, plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like they were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
Até que enfim. Barulho.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Washington não negocia com
Should I set it for
terroristas,
Turnitin,
Lakewood.
Russia?
No, there's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
O novo alvo é
Why,
lá na
boss?
China. Por que, chefe?
Liquid.
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
But why? There's nothing there.
Não há nada lá
Wrong.
errado.
It's a nuclear test
É um
site.
local de testes nucleares.
Nuclear test site.
Local de teste nuclear.
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about
Ele
the
quer assustar,
retaliatory
né? Ele não
strike
quer
from
terminar
China.
o jogo de uma vez só.
That'll probably
Ele quer
mean
forçar os
top
Estados
secret
Unidos a
talks
negociar. Por
between
isso ele vai
both
lançar um
countries'
míssil
leaders.
nuclear,
Of
uma arma
course.
nuclear num
And
local
in
que
the
não tem muita
process,
população.
the president will be
Local de
forced to
teste.
divulge the existence
Lippenor,
of
China.
a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India. I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about the new weapon,
Quando
they'll
os
all want
outros
to
países
contact
ouvirem
us.
sobre a nova arma,
Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the president will break. He will give in to our
o
demands.
presidente irá quebrar e nos
Your
dará nossas
boss's
demandas.
DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion.
O DNA do Big Boss e
That
bilhão
money
de
will be used to
dólares.
cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Arms Tech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with amphetamine and adrenaline levels in the blood. They deployed a product still in development into live combat. No surprise it was unreliable. They must have been desperate.
In any case, have you heard from your friend Colonel Sergei Golukovich at Spetsnaz yet?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear
arsenal
will allow
nuclear da
them to
Rússia
gain
com
first
Metal
strike
Gear.
capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? That Golukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
Berlukovich. Ele não é um
Maybe so.
guerreiro, ele é um político.
He's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers
Ele que
under
deu
his
Hind D.
command. If we joined forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the genome soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here. It's going to be a long war.
We could still escape.
We have the new nuclear power, and we're going to ally with Golukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? Fighting the whole world? From here, we can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar and totally immune to interception. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
But boss, what about your promise to Colonel Golukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, you can call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
Boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden? If the code is entered again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's
Meryl.
Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Deixa ela viver.
Meryl, she's alive.
Nós manteremos ela como o as na manga. Meryl está viva.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So, how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see, the override system that the President was talking about, it can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
You need the keys for input. 3 of them.
But I only have the one. Where are the others?
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
Você já tem todas
What are
as
you
3. O
talking
que você está
about?
falando? Ele só
The
tem uma.
card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy.
Yes, it's a material that
O
changes shape
material
at different
muda
temperatures.
conforme
The
a
key is made
temperatura.
out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key
É, agora é aquela
changes shape at
palhaçada de
different
ter que ir pro quente e pro
temperatures.
frio, né?
So this key is actually 3 keys in one. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. You input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature
Primeiro eu
key.
boto a temperatura
The
da
one on the
sala,
right
depois
is
eu
the
tenho que
high
esfriar
temperature key.
lá onde eu matei o Vulcan-Raven.
Okay, I got it.
E depois eu tenho que
First I
voltar lá
change
onde
the shape
naquela
of the
sala
card,
de
and then
lava lá.
I input them in
De
order,
lava pra
right?
poder
That's
esquentar o cara.
right.
Oh,
All you do is
chatice
insert the
danada
card
essa
keys.
parte.
After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system, and it's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake. Who's that?
Solid achou mesmo que não seria visto. Damn.
The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake! This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
Que bela bosta. Que merda. Onde que tá essa jurupinga? Que merda. Ó, o ratinho. Aí o rato pega, né? Tô ligado. Que bosta, vai ser difícil, hein? Caraca, rato maldito. Voltou, filha da mãe. Caraca, foi difícil, hein? Pô, rato pangaré. Agora tem que subir tudo lá de novo. Descer, subir, subir. Pé que é pé. Ok. Vamos inserir o primeiro cara de QI.
PAL code number 1 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2. Freeze the key.
câmeras idiotas. Vamos lá para a sala do Vulcan Riven. Vamos congelar o bagulho. Já tem soldadinhos de merda aqui, né?
What's that? Enemy sighted.
Carajo. Sendo a rapidez máxima. tenso. Tensão máxima.
PAL code number 2 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 3.
Agora tem que ir lá esquentar esse cartão.
Okay, there goes PAL code number 2. Next comes PAL number 3. Warm the key.
Mais um rateãozinho pra garantir o bagulho. Vamos que vamos, vamos que vamos. Acho que não volta então, né? Racião, racião vai ser pego, racião.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Porra, de novo sobre a Naomi, cara.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Nem o coronel pode
Okay, so
ouvir.
what's up?
I've got a good friend in the
Tem um
Pentagon.
bom amigo no Pentágono.
He's the one who told me about
Ele
it.
me falou
It
sobre
looks
isso.
like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called fox dye?
No. Fox dye? Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but
What are you trying to say?
it's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, apparently Fox Die kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure, but he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay. I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages toward the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So, it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox Die vaccine must be around somewhere.
Is that all you think about?
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Bora esquentar esse cartão. O caminho é longo. Nada de rateão. Estou com os rateões cheios. Que coisa mais linda. amarelinho. Logo, logo fica vermelho. Quero vermelho. Vermelhito, vermelhito.
Is there somebody there?
It's the enemy. I need help.
Fuck you, fuck you.
Is there somebody? Who is that? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Snake, você pode me escutar. É Naomi.
What the hell?
Naomi, o que infernos?
Campbell and the others are busy
A
right
traíra.
now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel
O que o
says
coronel
true?
disse é verdade?
Yes,
Sim,
but not everything I said was a lie.
mas nada do que eu disse é
Who
mentira.
are you?
Quem é
I
você?
don't know anything.
Eu não sei
My
nada.
parents' faces, my name,
Meus parentes, meu
the
nome,
name and ID I have now I just bought.
o
But the
nome e
reason
o ID que
why
eu
I
recebi é tudo
studied
que eu sei.
genetics, that was true.
Because you want to know yourself,
E a razão
right?
pra eu estudar
right.
genética também é verdade.
I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was
Naomi
found
também
in
foi
Rhodesia
enganada.
sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia. What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes. Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
Frank Yeager.
Gray
O
Fox.
ninja, o Grey
We
Fox, é o irmão
survived
da
that hell
Naomi.
together, Frank and I. He
E essa que é a
protected me.
parada.
He is everything to me. The only proof I have of my existence. Of my existence as an individual.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who's he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom. This America. But then he and my brother went back to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes, that's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments.
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterward, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me.
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox. Naomi, tell me something.
About Foxdie? Foxdie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Foxdie contains smart enzymes, created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA.
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack.
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis. You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi,
What?
you must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox dye.
Naomi plantou
You weren't.
retrovírus no Snake.
You were injected
Ele
with Fox
perguntou
dye
se vai
as part of
matá-lo
this
antes dele
operation.
cumprir uma missão.
I just wanted to let you know that... No. That's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing that I wanted to tell you was... Snake...
Hey! What are you doing?
Snake...
Naomi?
Snake.
Pegaram a
Can't allow
Naomi.
Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
O coronel traíra.
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
Naomi
What
foi
happened to
removida
Naomi?
da
What did
operação.
she mean when she said that Fox dye was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Está presa.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to
Seu
stop
trabalho
Metal
é
Gear.
parar o Metal Gear.
Okay, Snake?
Huh? Was there a noise just now?
Missão chata já foi.
PAL code number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated.
Código de detonação ativado. Pronto para lançar.
Não.
Não! Por quê? Enganaram o Snake.
I deactivated
Eu
it.
desativei isso.
Thank you, Snake. Now the
Obrigado,
detonation
Snake.
code is
Agora o código de
completed.
detonação está completo.
Nothing can stop Metal
Nada
Gear
pode
now.
parar o Metal Gear
Master,
agora. Mestre,
what's
o que está
going on?
acontecendo?
You found the key and even activated the
Você
warhead
achou
for
a
us
chave.
too. I really must express my gratitude.
É o
Sorry
Liquid
to have
Snake, esse
involved you in
maldito.
that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when I decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
Well, for starters, I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. We thought we'd get the info from you, but there was Fox dye.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox dye vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to
É
know.
o Snake.
If you come to where I
É
am,
o
that
Liquid
is.
Solid.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell.
Esse não é o
you're
Mestre
too
Miller.
late.
Campbell, você está
Master Miller's
atrasado.
body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Liquid! How the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Holy shit. Gás. Máscara de gás. Vamos, Otacon. Otacon, cadê você, Otacon?
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
Otacon, não tenho tempo, Otacon. Rápido, Otacon.
I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Muito bom, querido Otacon.
Liquid!
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. You performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us, so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged along with bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox Dye.
Fox Dye? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Dye's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder, maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Yeah? Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus were killed by Fox Dye. But Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all of the old man's dominant genes. I got all the flawed, recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
So you're saying I'm the dominant one?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Ha! Love? It's hate. His choosing me, knowingly, to be the inferior one? For this, I want revenge. You don't even understand this. You, who could kill your own real father. You stole my chance for revenge. Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him!
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you. Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes. You missed your last chance. You'll regret that forever.
Snake! Come! Kneel down and sacrifice yourself to this historic weapon! Consider it an honor! A gift from your brother!
Now!
You shall bear witness to the demon weapon that will drag the world
Into the 21st century!
Tá, agora o bicho vai pegar, filhote. Agora o bagulho é louco. Ó, tá tirando de socão no Metal Gear, tá maluco? Parecendo injusto essa luta. Parecendo injusta essa lutinha. É hora de usar a Stinger.
But how do I stop it?
Como eu vou parar isso? Dá certo, minhas sogras. Sacanagem. Oh my gods, oh my gods. Opa, se ativou-se. Caracoles. Opa, me pegou ainda. Caraca, moleque. Não se rasteja, Snake. Agora pegou. É ali, no radarzinho dele. No radarzinho dele que eu tenho que pegar. Um Book. Book não, filhote. Holy shit. Pega, filha da mãe. Venha, ninja. Venha me ajudar, ninja. Cyborg Ninja.
Did that do it?
Damn!
Droga. Caraca, mano. Tiranossauro Rex nuclear.
Nice try,
Boa
Snake.
tentativa, Snake. Porra! Agora vai ser massa.
Hurry! Get away!
Gray Fox! A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat. So it is you. You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Fox, why? What do you want from me?
Por que, Fox? O que você quer de mim? Eu sou um prisioneiro da morte. Só você pode me liberar.
Fox, stay out of this.
Pare com
What
isso,
about
Fox.
Naomi?
Sobre
She's
Naomi.
hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Ela falou que você queria uma revanche. Naomi.
You're the only one who can stop her.
Você é o único que pode pará-la?
No,
Não, eu não posso. Por quê?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents.
Porque eu sou aquele que matou seus parentes.
I was
Seus pais
young
estão.
and couldn't bring myself to kill her too.
E não pude matá-la também.
I felt so bad that I
Eu
decided
me
to
senti
take her
tão
with
mal
me.
que decidi
I
trazer ela.
raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my
Fiz ela
guilty
crescer como se
conscience.
fosse do meu sangue.
Even now, she thinks of me as her brother.
Agora ela acha que eu sou seu irmão. Fox.
Outwardly, we may have seemed like contented brother and sister. But every time I looked into her
Toda vez que
eyes,
eu vejo nos olhos
I
dela,
trembled with fear. Tell her for me.
diga ela para mim.
Tell her that I was the one who did it.
Diga para ela que fui eu que fiz isso. Fiz aquilo. Matei os parentes dela.
We're just about out of time.
Estamos sem tempo.
Here's a final present from
O
Deep
último
Throat.
presente do Deep Throat.
I'll stop it from moving.
Fox!
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds,
We use Royal Harriers! Fox!
how strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
A cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal! He destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox. But now you're finished!
Now, fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Oh, meu Deus.
Now, in front of you,
It's no good.
I can finally
do it.
die.
It's no good. I can't do
At
it.
the sands of our land, I was taken from the battle, neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But
It's
soon
no good. I can't do it.
Oh my god, eu não posso atirar.
finally end.
Die! Fox!
Snake! We're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least, I always fought for what I believed in. Snake! Farewell.
Adeus, Snake. É foda. Ninja é muito pica.
Foolish man!
Mas foi pro barro.
When death is entreated,
Vai ser vingado. Vai ser vingado quem faz.
the battle is decided.
Agora a Stinger vai comer, filhote.
You see, you can't protect anyone,
Você não pode proteger ninguém,
not even
nem
yourself.
você mesmo. Stinger.
There you are!
Caralho. Toma aí, Rodemada. Toma aí, Rodemada. Novo, cedo. Pega, filha da mãe.
Snake! I'll crush you into dust!
Agora é na mão.
Sleeping late as usual.
Na
Hey,
porradaria.
Snake?
Liquid, you're still
Bem que
alive.
você ainda está vivo.
I won't die. As long
não vou
as you
morrer
still live.
enquanto você estiver
Too
vivo.
bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Parece que a sua revolução
Just because
falhou.
you've destroyed Metal Gear
porque você destruiu
doesn't
Metal
mean
Gear, não quer
I'm
dizer
done
que eu
fighting.
pararei de lutar.
Fighting?
Lutar.
What are you really after?
O que vem depois?
The restoration of the era when warriors such as us lived as we should.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict shall breed conflict. New hatreds will arise, and our own biosphere shall steadily expand.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't that reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing, that's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face as you delivered the coup de grace. Oh, it reflected such vitality.
You're wrong.
There is a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it.
Matador dentro
We were
de você,
created
você
to
não pode
be
negar
that
isso.
way.
Nós fomos criados para isso.
Les enfants terribles. The terrible
As
children.
crianças terríveis.
That's what the project was called. It started in the
projeto que
1970s.
começou em
Their
1970.
plan was to artificially create the most powerful
Criar
soldier
especialmente os
possible.
mais poderosos
The person that they
soldados.
chose as the model was a man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method.
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus, and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to
Outros,
make
nós
us.
originalmente
We
éramos
were
8.
accomplices in murder
Os
before
outros 6 se
the day we were
sacrificaram para que
even
nós
born.
pudéssemos nascer.
So, it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs
Nós
with
temos
exactly the same
exatamente o mesmo
DNA.
DNA.
But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all the recessive genes. You took everything from me
Você
before I
pegou
was
tudo
even
de mim
born.
antes de a gente nascer.
But you and I aren't his only children.
Você e eu somos a
The
mesma
genome
criança.
soldiers. They
Soldados
too
de
are his
genoma.
progeny. carrying on his genetic legacy. But unlike us, they carry it digitally. With the completion of the Human Genome Project in the last century, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted using gene therapy into the members of the next generation special forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing right and left are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
They are misshapen creatures, artificially produced from Father's genetic pattern. They are our blood brothers, and they were born of many an ultimate sacrifice.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments. Huh? 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to pesticides and radiation from depleted uranium rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First, they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical, biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just to cover up the secret genetic experiments.
So the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes. They too are our brothers and sisters.
So the Genome Soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We're on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The Genome Soldiers suffer from the same problem, signs of symmetry. So do I, as do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? Because it increases the chances that shared genes will be transmitted to future generations. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. That we will help our blood relatives is inscribed in our very genes.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the Genome Soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then, I'm going to go beyond, in order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you.
Agora o bicho pega, parceiro. Agora é na porradaria.
Meryl?
Meryl. Meryl. Are you alive, Meryl?
Is she alive?
Is she alive?
I'm not sure.
Não tenho certeza.
She was alive.
Ela estava viva há algumas horas atrás.
poor girl kept calling your name.
Pobre garota continuou chamando seu nome.
Stupid woman.
Mulher
Falling
estúpida.
in love with a man
Se
who doesn't
apaixonou
even have a name.
por um homem que não tem nem nome. Não tem nome. Não.
We have no
Você não tem
past, no
passado
future.
nem futuro.
If we did, our fate is nothing but what is determined in the genes we inherited from our father.
Let Meryl go.
Deixa Meryl ir.
As soon as we finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a
Parece que o
decision.
Pentágono já sabe que o
They
Metal
won't
Gear
even
está
need a
destruído.
BDA. If you want the details, why don't you
Irão
ask
destruir
your
toda
precious
a
Colonel
Outer
Campbell?
Heaven. Mais conversa.
can you
Coronel,
hear
você
me?
pode me escutar?
Yes,
Sim,
I'm
estou
listening.
escutando.
What is the Pentagon trying to do?
O que o Pentágono está tentando
Colonel,
fazer, Coronel? Me
answer me.
responda.
The Secretary of Defense
Secretário
has
de
taken over
Defensa
active control of this operation.
tomou
He's on his
total
way
controle
there
dessa
by
operação.
AWACS
What for?
to bomb the
Vai
place.
explodir o lugar. O quê?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force
B-2
Base.
bombardeiros
They're
já
carrying
saíram de Galena.
B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear
Estão
bombs.
carregando os
What?
bombas táticas
Metal
nucleares.
Gear is
Metal Gear está
destroyed.
destruído.
Tell the Secretary
Diga
of
isso ao
Defense.
secretário de
The
defesa.
Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die.
O secretário
Now that
soube
there's
sobre
no
o
more
nome e está
danger of a
preocupado com
nuclear
Fox
strike
Die.
in Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened
Vai
here.
fazer todo o necessário para
He's going
cobrir a
to drop a
verdade do que
nuclear
aconteceu
bomb
aí.
to vaporize all the evidence, along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake.
Não se
I'll
preocupe,
stop
Snake.
the nuclear strike.
Eu vou parar.
I may be only a
Ataque nuclear.
figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this
Eu
mission.
ainda estou em
If I issue an
oficialmente no
order to
comando
delay
dessa
the
operação.
strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But Colonel, if you do that,
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
those bastards.
O coronel
I'm
foi
sorry.
manipulado.
They
Ele
forced
vai
me to
tentar fazer com
cooperate in
que
exchange for her life.
não seja atacado nuclear
You
o
better
local,
get
ou
out of
pelo
there,
menos
Snake.
fazer com que
Are you sure?
o Snake ganhe tempo para
It'll be
fugir.
bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you after all the lies.
É o mínimo que eu posso fazer para você depois de
I'm
todas as
ordering them to
mentiras,
cancel the bombing
coronel.
run. After that, there's
Estou
no turning
ordenando
back.
que cancelem.
What are you doing?
Ah, pronto, menos um.
Snake!
Snake!
Mei-Ling,
Mei-Ling,
what
o
happened
que
to the
aconteceu com o
colonel?
coronel?
I don't believe it!
Acredito
What
nisso, o que
happened?
aconteceu?
Snake, the colonel!
Snake, o coronel.
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of
Sou o
Defense,
secretário
Jim
de
Hausman.
defesa, Jim
Put the
Hausman.
colonel back on.
Bote o coronel de
He's
volta.
been placed under
Está
arrest
preso.
for leaking top secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Crime de alta traição.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he is
Ele é
a
homem
ridiculous
ridículo.
man. He truly believed that he was in
Ele
command of
realmente
this
acreditou que
operation.
estava no comando dessa operação. Seu
bastard.
desgraçado.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
The president ordered this?
O presidente
The
ordenou isso.
President is a busy
Presidente é um homem
man.
ocupado.
I have complete
Eu tenho total
authority here.
autoridade aqui.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack
Como que
on
você
Alaska?
planeja explicar um ataque nuclear na Alasca para mim?
worry.
Não se preocupe.
We've prepared a
Já
convincing cover
preparamos uma história
story.
bem convincente.
We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear
Simplesmente
device.
diremos que
Damn it.
os terroristas
You'll be
explodiram o
murdering
local.
everyone here.
Você vai assassinar
The
todo mundo aqui,
scientists, the
cientistas,
Genome Army,
o exército genoma,
everyone.
todos.
Donald, the DARPA
Donald,
chief,
o chefe
is
da
already
ARPA,
dead.
já está morto.
So you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
Ele era meu amigo.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh
Se
well,
você
that's
tivesse
okay.
o disco de
You two are an
arquivo do
embarrassment from the
teste com Metal Gear, ele
1970s.
poderia
Our country's
salvar-nos.
dirty little
Mas o
secret.
SOD não tem.
You can't be allowed to live. You're just the lingering ghosts of a system that is no more. Well, do try to get along in the time you have left before the bomb.
É, maluco, temos que fazer o bagulho rápido pra fugir
there's
antes de
no
explodir
way
a
out
bomba,
for us.
parceiro. Pentágono tá cagando.
Let's
Destruir tudo.
finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me.
Você roubou tudo de mim.
I shall nullify you and your genes, and I will take them all back. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? This will be the time limit for our final battle. When death comes for this girl, this nuclear module shall vanish from this world as well. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end.
Vamos pra porradaria logo, porra. Kickbox, vamos kickbox.
And if you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it'll kill even you.
Bora.
How about you, Snake? Is that all you've got?
Tá muito fácil. Oh shit.
Better hurry! It's going to blow! You're out of time!
Logo, vamos logo.
You're out of time!
Acabou-se. Maledeto líquido.
Snake!
Acabou.
Meryl.
Snake? Is that you? Snake, you're alive. Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, you must have been terrible.
It wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl.
Telefoninho pra tá foda.
That's my codec.
Snake, it's me. It looks like you stopped Rex.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right! You saved her, man! Good job!
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy.
Nós seremos
I guess we're
bombardeados.
considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No, it's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay
Eu vou
here.
ficar aqui.
Are you crazy?
Você está louco,
I need a little
Otacon?
more time to take care of your escape route.
But
Unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my
Vou
own
ficar aqui, é
decision.
minha decisão.
Otacon, this is a hardened
Otacon
shelter,
vai pro
but they're
barro.
going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know? Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
O Otacon vai pro barro. Meryl foi
Let's
salva.
get the hell out of here.
Vamos sair daqui.
What about him? Where is Otacon?
Onde está o Otacon?
He's fighting
Ele
right
está
now.
lutando agora.
With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah, and I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too. Snake.
Tá gordinha, hein, Meryl? Quase quebrou os braços do sólido. Bora, porra. Vamos fugir logo disso aqui, hein, maluco.
It started.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks that way. Too bad.
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up! Hurry!
Bora, porra.
Looking good, Snake. Hurry! Let me drive. Damn, a surveillance camera. Oh no, no key.
Caraca, ainda veio o líquido de novo. Chato pra caraca.
It's not over yet! Liquid!
frenético. Situação frenética.
Look, Snake, daylight! We're gonna crash!
Ah, que bom, a Meryl desmaiou. Por pouco, hein?
Meryl, are you okay? Damn.
O Liquid é obstinado mesmo, hein? O cara não desiste nunca, maluco.
Snake. Snake! Fox?
Die.
São os genes que definem o caminho. Os genes querem que o Snake, Solid Snake, sobreviva.
If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Você pode me ouvir, Coronel?
Are you
Você está
okay?
bem?
Colonel,
Coronel, o que
what
aconteceu?
happened?
The
O
Secretary of
secretário de
Defense has been
defesa
arrested.
foi preso.
Early retirement.
Arrested?
Preso?
I was able to get into contact with the
Fui
president.
capaz de fazer contato com o
Metal
presidente.
Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting
Metal
alone.
Gear, os treinos, os exercícios.
What happened to the air
O
raid?
presidente não
and the
sabia de
nuclear
nada.
strike?
O secretário
The
de defesa
orders
estava
were
agindo sozinho.
rescinded. The F-117s
As
and the
ordens
B-2
foram
bombers have returned to the base.
rescindidas.
Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
Mais uma vez eu tenho total autoridade sobre essa missão.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's
Você
fine.
pode descansar, a Meryl
Really?
está bem. Sério?
Thanks.
Obrigado.
Thank
Obrigado,
you, Snake.
Snake.
Snake, I'm
Desculpe
sorry I
por
kept a lot of things from you.
manter tantas coisas
It's
longe de
okay,
você.
Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a
Snake, eu
colonel.
não sou coronel.
Oh, that's
Tá
right.
certo.
I've got a present for you.
Tenho um presente pra você.
There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year,
Snowmobile
the
pra você
glaciers are
sair
pretty
daí,
calm.
Snake.
You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around there.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
Vocês dois oficialmente estão
That's not
mortos.
too far from the truth.
Isso não é
There's
tão longe
also
da
a helicopter
verdade.
waiting for you at the Fox
Quase morreu
Islands.
mesmo.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base.
Dr. Hal
I want
Emmerich
someone
deve
to
estar em
bring
algum
him
lugar
in.
na base.
I
Eu
understand.
entendo. Deixa
Leave it to
isso
me.
comigo.
Okay. Roy,
Ok, Roy.
are you going to be
Você vai
okay?
ficar bem?
Don't
Não
worry.
se preocupe.
I've got an insurance policy.
Eu tenho
A hard copy of all of Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I'll look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling's with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi.
Naomi?
I heard.
Eu ouvi
About my
sobre meu
brother.
irmão. Ah, Fox.
Fox. No. Frank.
Frank queria
wanted
que eu
to
te
tell you
dissesse
something.
alguma coisa. Uma coisa.
He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with
Ele
your
falou
own
pra você
life.
esquecer sobre ele, seguir a sua própria vida.
Frankie said that?
Frank disse isso,
Yeah.
sim.
He also said he'll always love you.
Ele também disse que sempre te amou.
Naomi,
Naomi,
your brother just saved you,
seu irmão
me,
salvou
and the whole
você,
world.
eu e todo
He
mundo.
fought on sheer willpower until the very end.
Maybe.
Talvez,
Maybe now he's finally found some peace.
finalmente ele tenha encontrado a paz.
My brother was already dying. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar land, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Fox Die too.
Liquid morreu pela Fox Die
What about
também.
me?
E sobre mim,
When am I going to go?
quando
That's up to you.
What do you
o que
mean?
você está falando?
Everybody
Você
dies
quer
when
dizer?
their time's up.
Todo
Yeah,
mundo morre
so
quando chega o
when's
tempo.
mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake.
Viva, Snake.
That's all I can
Isso
say
é
to you.
tudo que eu posso dizer a você.
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic
Cada
code,
pessoa
inscribed into their
nasce com
genes.
seu destino no
But
seu
that's not
código
all there is to
genético.
life. I finally realized that. I told you before, the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that its genetic information houses a person's strengths or destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm gonna choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from now on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to what will come. All life is tethered to the future. Loving each other, teaching each new generation, then the world can change. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or a reminder of the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. My survival instinct that tells me not to die. That's all the motive I've had in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name is David.
Okay, so where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
Hey, what are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us, too.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, and most of all, you.
It's nice, isn't it? Being alive.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
Na década de 80, tinham muitas bombas que equivaliam a 1 milhão de vezes o poder de Hiroshima e Nagasaki. 93. Foi assinado o Pacto de Desarmamento Nuclear. Porém, em 2003 ainda existem mais de 20 mil armas nucleares. Então é isso, rapaziada. Acabamos o Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes, remake do Metal Gear Solid do PS1. Fechamos no melhor final, né? Resistindo à tortura e salvando a Meryl. Meryl e o Otacon saem vivos. E era isso. Fui!
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine. Yes, those two are still alive. The vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, there are no other records. They've all been deleted from the base's computer. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes. Yes. Liquid is dead. The inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one thinks so too. Yes, sir. I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I understand. The surveillance will continue. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.